Guys, on this episode of TFL Truck, it's EcoBeast time, because right here I have two highly modified F-150 trucks. One has a 2.7 liter V6 twin turbo, and the other one has a 3.5 liter twin turbo. I'm gonna put both trucks on a dyno here at 5-star tuning. First is the 2.7, then the 3.5, show you exactly how much power they make, and then this truck is gonna do a 0 to 60, and I think you'll be surprised by the results. And of course, this video would not be possible without our friends at 5-Star Tuning. Yes, they tune F-150s, but they also tune Mustangs, Ford Rangers, soon to be the Bronco, Bronco Sport, etc. You name it. Also other manufacturers, and they also make monstrous power. If you've been watching TFL Truck, you can probably recognize this truck. It's been in Colorado with me at the drag strip and also towing a trailer. Yep. Broke loose? Oh, it sounds good. So Josh, so you sent this truck to me in Colorado. I had a blast, but it had 93 octane I was running because you filled it up for me.
Exactly.
So what's different now?
So we went to E50. We've added methanol. It has the S&B cold air intake, and we have the CRP stage 2.
These are stage 2, so same turbos I had in Colorado. Okay. So this is going to be E50 or E85?
This is E50.
E50, so a mix of 93 octane and E85 to make E50.
Correct.
Okay. So this is the first run, 508 horsepower, 513 pound-feet of torque, but look how smooth that is. That's nice. And over 500 right there. This truck has an AMS intercooler. You can kind of see the silver one right down here. So when I had it in Colorado, it had a Mishimoto intercooler. But guys, gotta remember, this is a 2.7 liter EcoBoost. This is basically the same engine that's also available or will be available in 2021 Ford Bronco. So some of the stuff that these guys are learning here and doing right here could apply to the Bronco in theory. Alright, so you ran it once and we got what, like about 510 horsepower, right?
510.
So then you went away into your office and you did something. What did you sprinkle on top of it?
So I made a couple fueling adjustments, a couple timing adjustments, and just pretty much made it the best we can make it for the turbos that we're running. We got a nice flat torque curve here at 500 foot-pounds. Nice smooth horsepower range all the way up to 6,400 RPMs. 529 horsepower.
Do you think this is possible, like if I brought tomorrow like a Bronco?
Of course. Yeah, if it's what we think it is, it's a 2.7.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't have a 500 horsepower Bronco.
Yeah, why not? To the wheels.
To the wheels.
Yeah. Okay, mind blown already. 2.7 EcoBoost making 529 horsepower to the ground. And Josh just told me that the truck they sent to me a month ago was making about 420 horsepower on 93 octane. So they were hiding another 100 horses. Whew. Okay, so let's put the 3.5 on the dyno and see what the big boy, big brother can do. This 3.5 liter EcoBoost is actually a very interesting truck. It's a 2018 model, and I was here about a year ago, and I actually did a video about this truck, and it made, at that point in time, about 620 horsepower at the wheels. Of course, that wasn't enough, because that's why we're here again, to see it with stage 5 build. But that's not the whole story. Come around. Take a look right there. 50,705. That is basically every mile, almost every mile, was tuned. Because the guys at 5-Star actually buy these trucks. They're one of the first to get them. And then they immediately start going to work on them. Finding horsepower, exhaust systems, intake systems, tuners. Now, stage 5 turbo kit. Oh my God, 699, 667. Josh, come on.
Let's make a little change.
Little change. What? So this dotted line is the torque curve, and right here it peaks at around 667 at about 3,500 RPM. Yes, 3,500 RPM. The horsepower is pretty linear, but there's something happening right here, and Josh and the team are looking at that. All right, Josh, what's happening right here in the higher end?
So what's going on here is as soon as it gets a little over 5,000 here, we're just at the limitations of the fuel system that we're running with full E85. We didn't see this in E50, but running E85 full, no mixing of 93 and E85, we're just at the limitation. So
the system is asking for more fuel, but the pump can't quite provide as
correct.
much. Okay.
So we're leaning up, and it's closing the throttle, and it's pretty much done there.
$529 horsepower at the wheels. That's pretty crazy. That's almost 600 at the crank. $699 at the wheels. It's almost 800 at the crank. I'm impressed. All right, Josh. So this truck right here, the 3.5, you've got basically every performance part. You threw the kitchen sink at this.
Pretty much, yes, sir.
So tell me, kind of go over some of it.
Starting with the fuel system, we got Extreme DI performance, 60 pump on there. We have a DW400 intake pump. And that's pretty much it from a fuel system standpoint.
So the fuel tank is the same as before, kind of the lines.
Yep, everything is the same.
And why is that? That's because E85.
E85.
Okay.
Yep. And then coming up here, we got the Banks quarter intake, the AMS charge tubes, hot side pipes. We got methanol, SPD downpipes, catted. We got 4-inch exhaust. Yep.
And then the turbos, right?
So we got CRP manifolds, and we got CRP stage 5 turbos.
But it's got 50,000 miles. What the heck?
Hey man, we do a lot of riding, man.
Okay. So that's a lot of quarter-mile runs.
It's seen a lot more wide open throttle pulls than it has the steady state driving. I can guarantee you that.
All right, now it's time to see exactly what this truck can do in the real world. Brandon, the guy who owns this truck, knows it the best, so I'm gonna give him the solo DL, and he'll show me the result. So Brandon, this is your truck, right?
Yes, sir.
This is your daily?
Yep, daily driver.
800 horsepower daily truck. Okay, so thank you for doing a 0 to 60 for me. So how much pressure are you taking out of the tires?
Usually I'll run 35, leaking them down around 24 in the front, 21 in the rear.
Just to get a bigger footprint, just a little bit
just to
more
help
traction.
soften it up.
Okay. Well, you know this truck the best. You daily it, so I want to see what it does, and kind of in the real world, right?
Yep.
Let's do it. 2.82 0 to 60 in a full-size truck. This is the quickest truck I've been in, period, no matter what type of power one produces. So two things about this. First, crazy fast time, but if you're into performance trucks, you might say, wait, that's way too slow. The guys at 5-Star tell me that, yes, if you had a stickier tire yet, and if you're at the drag strip, 3.3 or 3.4 is possible. But dude, I was in this truck just now and it's violent. It's really fun. It accelerates. It was spinning tires, all 4 wheels. So yeah, it has a lot of power. It just needs a little bit of sticky rubber. It may go in the low 3s. I really wanted to show you a 0 to 60 time on this truck here in South Carolina, but it's 2-wheel drive, and on a regular street road just doesn't have enough traction from the 2-wheel drive system. The guys here at 5-Star usually take it to the drag strip nearby to actually lay down sometimes. They say 13.1 is possible in a quarter mile, and I surely believe them. Where do we go from here? Well, more fuel, of course, more power. All right, guys, and go back to tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and real-world truck reviews.